Alright, brothers and sisters, it appears that the bull market is back. We've got Ethereum pumping, closing in on its all-time high from 2021 as predicted on previous video, and it appears that it might do so this week. We could see Ethereum breaking above its all-time high, and because of Ethereum pumping, we've got altcoins going crazy, going for it as well, loading up as well. We've got a lot of coins building up slowly, like Pepe is building up, Breath on 8 is building up on this upward accumulation here. We've got a pretty similar pattern between Breath on 8 and Toshi, very similar. We've got Dorky pumping since it broke above that range low here above 3.4 million. Now it's at $7 million in its market cap, and it continues to rally, showing some massive strength, trending almost every day, which is pretty impressive for a low cap meme coin. And most importantly, we got one of the biggest days of inflows of Ethereum ETFs, 1 billion with a B, exactly 1 billion seen on the 11th of August. This is summertime. We are seeing crazy inflows. This is not even retail driven rallies. Those are just institutions when it comes to Ethereum, and when it comes to altcoins, it's just native crypto people buying back up their bags. This is as big as it can get, guys, and this is the beginning, and we're just getting started. So with no further ado, let's get into today's video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and as usual, nothing is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This show is for entertainment, some education, and hopefully finding God. Now, as predicted on previous videos, guys, you can see Ethereum is closing in on its all-time high. It appears that we might see a new all-time high pretty soon, pretty much this week, if we continue going this way. Like the previous all-time high is around 4,868 or 4,888, depending on which exchange you're looking at. And we're pretty close. We're $100, $150 away from the all-time high to be added to Ethereum price. That's not so big. That's not so far away. This is also a 3%, not even 3% to hit a new all-time high. Now, the higher Ethereum goes now on the short term, the higher it could go long term by the end of the year, by the end of this bull market, as the bull market has just officially started. When I say bull market, it means altcoin season, and bull market like we remember it back in 2021 and 2017. So the higher it goes now on the short term, the more likely we're heading towards higher targets, pretty much possibly 5 figures Ethereum, $10,000 plus. This also means a big alt season. Now, this all is driven by institutions. We're seeing one of the biggest days on inflows of Ethereum now here, 1 billion with a B. This is as crazy. When I saw this, I couldn't believe my eyes. 1 billion of inflows on Ethereum ETFs. Now, why is this happening? Well, we've got odds of a rate cuts on September jumping onto 100%. Now, this thing cannot go to 100%, but it's saying 99.9% odds of a rate cut on September. This means the lower rates we have, more loans and more money can be injected into the system. Also, the money printing starts. This also means more money finds itself into people's hands that buy up stuff, and also institutions that buy up assets to hedge against inflation and hedge against a weakening dollar and hedge against cheap money that they can now afford very easily when the rates will be lower than what they are today. So this is all linked to why Ethereum is pumping and why altcoins are pumping and why a coin called Fartcoin is also pumping. So this all is linked to these rate cuts, and that's why I stayed bullish, that thinking and believing we're going to see a major alt season, even when at the lows of the bear of this April drop in tariffs and drama, I stayed bullish because I believed rate cuts are coming. And you see, guys, here, if you stayed this long, that they are coming now. We have a month still to go for that news to come out. It's on the 17th of September, but the market is front running it, so the market is preparing for it and starting to rally as preparation for it. We're seeing coins pumping, starting then pump. We're starting to see, first off, Ethereum is up 30%, so it's the leader now. It's leading above Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin is at 120k, 129k, not a big increase, but Ethereum is taking the show here, is at 29% increase above anything else here on the top 10. Cryptos is pumping more than Dogecoin, believe it or not, even though it's a higher market cap. So this is the usual way bull markets go. It's by Bitcoin, then Ethereum, then top 10, then top 100, then 1,000, then the low caps go crazy, parabolic. And this is where you've seen last cycle people making millions with Shiba Inu and other low cap memes that we are handling as well here. We're holding. So what we're seeing here is Ethereum is leading, but I'm seeing a lot of talks now around Litecoin and Link as well. Link is up 42%, as there seems to be some strong correlation between their prices, Ethereum and Link. But overall, these top 10s are pumping and loading up. Like we got Cardano, Dogecoin, we got Solana 18%, BNB 10%, XRP, since it's already pumped, now it's up 9%, but the main gainer is Ethereum, followed by Link. And I do believe Litecoin is also loading up for a rally as well. And reason is because there is speculation around ETFs. Now this is a new narrative we're seeing now since this 1 billion of inflows on Ethereum. A lot of people now open their eyes to the possibilities of what could happen with these ETFs, and slowly they're gonna start to wake up to it. Now I do believe we're gonna see more inflows going into Ethereum. Whatever next ETF is gonna come, is not gonna see as much inflows, but this could be like really late cycle type of stuff when we see Dogecoin ETF possibly, or some real crazy ETF for some coin. That would be a narrative of its own for institutions to pump these coins. But for us retailers, I'm pretty confident on the ETH ecosystem, because we already have it, we already seen what's going on, and I believe retailers will mostly FOMO into ETH eco and ETH memes, as they cannot really afford now, or they pretty much would have missed most of the pumps on the top coins, and what would be left is coins or meme coins on Ethereum and other coins on Ethereum, or relatable coins like layer 2s on Ethereum, stuff like that could see also major rallies. But overall, we're seeing the season, the altcoin season starting. This is it, guys, and it continues to show, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned this on a few videos already, that we are seeing the beginning of an alt season, and it is starting. Now Ethereum will be the strongest for a while till it take out its all-time high, pretty much take out its all-time high, which is pretty much could be this week or next week, and I believe this month. But as you can see, it's 3% away from its all-time high. So an all-time high takeout, I would prefer a strong breakout above its all-time high than a retest, and on the retest is where altcoins are going to start to rally, and ETH memes are going to start to go crazy as well. To me, this is very exciting because I'm seeing Ethereum rally. That confirms to me that we are on the right path here. Things are just going exactly as I predicted. We're seeing Ethereum rally, then we see other coins. Then, you know, for example, if you look at Pepe, it seems like it's just stuck around here. It is not pumping, and some people would not understand why is ETH pumping but Pepe is not. Pepe is just stagnant, staying around here, pretty much like accumulating, which is most of what these meme coins are doing. This is a pattern that we're seeing most meme coins do right now, and altcoins as well, is this sort of upward accumulation. Now keep that in mind, remember this, because you're gonna see a lot of coins doing exactly this now. So this sort of accumulation here is because Ethereum is taking the spotlight right now, and most of the retailers are chasing the pumps as they usually do, and also institutions. $1 billion of inflows is not a joke anymore. It is a big amount of money going into Ethereum. So a lot of people are just jumping on Ethereum, and the rotation has not started yet. So what could we see here from, or as a signal that the rotation has started? Probably like we'd see Pepe breaking above 6 billion and doing this, starting this. Now this could be something we see that a sign of a rotation is happening. It's slowly creeping in. People will be taken off guard by this, and this same thing is happening with Brett as well. You can see Brett on Ethereum has the same pattern as Pepe, and it is accumulating as well, like the same way. And I do believe this would do this as well and start to creep in slowly higher, as it will take a lot of people off guard, and then they all take out at the same time. But we have outliers like Dorky, for example, already done that, and it's broken out. I couldn't argue, because this was extremely undervalued as a meme coin, and now it's catching up pretty much to the trend, and it's broken out from that. So we're seeing the same pattern, but you can see that it's already happened on Dorky. Dorky is continuing to rally. I do believe it's taking its all-time high as well pretty soon, continuing its rally. It's a pretty strong coin. For the people wondering what is this, is pretty much a darker version of Pepe. It's called Dark Lord, and part of the Matt Fury book as well, and it is pretty similar to Pepe, and it's the same narrative as Pepe, as Brett as well, on the same narrative. Brett is at around $11 million market cap. Dorky is around 7 million and counting and growing. We got Toshi as well doing the same thing. If we look at it, the same uptrend. This is ridiculous, right? How it gets here. So slowly upward climbing here. And I do think the same thing will play out here on Toshi, where you see this slow grind and then a creep up, right, like that. Then it kind of starts going towards its all-time high, as they all are now in these phases of like they are waiting for Ethereum to do its thing. Now these coins are very low cap coins, and their real true rally will begin with rate cuts, pretty much in my opinion the September time frame. This is where we see the real 100x kind of type of squeezes. Like if we look at, for example, to any meme coin from the previous cycle, let's say Shiba Inu. If we look at Shiba Inu, we had this upward build up as well before its real rally, but then suddenly you see this spike up within 3 days. You see this massive spike up. This also was a Binance listing, but also after the Binance listing it went on to this long accumulation, while mind you this was this, if we add ETH for example, this was ETH climbing while Shiba Inu is going sideways. So pretty much what we're seeing today happening, and we're seeing like ETH climbing while Shiba Inu is doing nothing until suddenly it wakes up, right? Until suddenly it just spikes up and massively outperform Ethereum. While Ethereum just continues on its slow grind up, you see Shiba Inu going parabolic. This also is the same time frame. We're seeing a lot of coins do the same thing. Now Axie Infinity as well was one of these coins, just to count a few, like Terra Luna and other coins that at the same time went on to these parabolic rallies. You can see this was a 300x if I'm not mistaken on Axie Infinity. It started before Shiba Inu, but at some point Shiba Inu and Axie, which are both not the same narrative. Axie Infinity is a gaming coin while Shiba Inu is actually a meme coin, but they both rallied at the same time way after Ethereum pumps. So they do catch fire, but at some point it just goes in one line up, and that's what we're waiting for here. The part that we're waiting for, this is the part where most of the money is made. Now most of the time here in cryptocurrency space here, we're just waiting, we're just buying and holding and waiting for this to happen. This is where most of the money is made, pretty much when people are waiting for this to happen, this massive pump. So anyways guys, this is how I'm looking at this now. Officially I do believe, in my opinion, that the bull market has started, the all season has started. This is the beginning. Obviously we're going to see some dips along the way that people will always call it's the over, but in general this is what we want to be looking at, is rate cuts and how rate cuts will keep lowering. Then generally rates going down means pumps, and rates going up means we're over. So for now they're starting to go down, and that's what we're looking at on the short term. As I explained, now I do believe ETH is hitting a new all-time high pretty soon, and as soon as it hits its all-time high or break above it and start to accumulate, we see altcoins start to show their true strength. But the real massive rally that I shown you here with Shiba Inu would pretty much happen around October, pretty much from October to or September to December. We start to see one by one starting to see that real squeeze up higher to, let's say, billions of dollars for if the coins are very low market cap like today they are, and that's when we see that happen. Anyways guys, I hope this was helpful, and thank you so much for watching today's video till the end. I wish you a good day. See you on the next one. Cheers.